All right, what is up, everyone? My name is Aurora. Welcome to the final day of the Valorant Charity Tournament X APU. I'm Aurora once again. I will be your caster for today, and joining me on the desk is none other than yesterday's wonderful Liquid. How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing great, man. I'm super excited to watch the finals between these two teams. TPT against ZST. Of course, TPT, we did watch the game on stream yesterday, looking
Mhm.
super dominant against IV, going 2-0 up in maps and all their maps just looked super strong. So I'm really excited to see what the pretty team can do in this best of 5.
Yeah, no idea what ZST stands for. Not gonna guess. But on the left side of the screen, as you can see right now, TPT is made out of five amazing players, namely Crazy Teddy, Revelation, yes, Noya-san, and Right Nut. Now, a key player to look out for, in my opinion, is Noya-san on that Sentinel role. His cipher yesterday was looking kind of insane, don't you think?
Yeah, Noya-san mainly played Cypher yesterday on Haven and on Ascent, and I think one unconventional thing that he tends to do on that Cypher is to play that operator, right? You have that sniper
Mhm,
in his hands, and he just somehow finds so much impact with it, even though you usually associate that gun on agents such as a Jet, agents such as Chamber, right? That has
mhm.
that escape utility, but Cypher doesn't have it, and yet he still gets so many kills with the op. Another gun that he's super used to using as well is that Sheriff. He's just able to do so much damage on his eco rounds, right? If he's able to get one kill on an eco round with a Sheriff, then suddenly the round looks playable.
Yeah. What do you think about Zach SE? Who do you think we should look towards?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe Red. Red sounds like Red sounds like he's out for blood, like that name just gives like aura, like no
Fair enough.
no funny
Fair enough.
business, right? Like my name is just Red. So I feel like he's just gonna go on the server today and just own and try and carry for ZST. But yeah, unfortunately we didn't manage to catch their game on stream last night, but I'm sure they're all
Mhm,
great players. There's a reason why they are all in the finals, right? It's because they are
mhm.
just better than all the other teams in this tournament right now, and they'll be both be gunning for the first place.
Yeah. And before we get into anything else, let's take a look at what maps these teams will be competing on today. So for map one, we have Haven with Zach ST starting on the defense. What about map two?
For map 2, if I am not wrong, it should be bind, right? Was
Yes,
it bind?
correct.
Yeah,
And then what about map?
I need to look at the map picks, man.
I think I think
Really
we
can't remember
we
off the top of
both
my head,
need to
but
look at that
yeah.
map.
So for the third map, it will be split
Mhm,
with ZST on defense. Map 4 will be Pearl with ZST on defense once again, and of course
mhm.
the decider map will be Sunset with TPT on defense this time.
Yeah, I mean, very exciting maps. Do you think we're going to? Do you think we're going to go to five maps?
Honestly, I have a feeling that we are not, just because of how dominant TPT have looked throughout their
Okay. So
run.
you're a TPT supporter
Hey,
coming
I'm
into
a bit of a
today.
TPT I'm a bit of a TPT fan. After seeing what they've been doing to the two teams that they played previously, they just look so dominant. Their mechanics are on point. The way they swing together is on point, and even when they play against some quirky comps or play against strategies that tend to throw people off, they are still able to regain their footing midway through their game and come up with a strategy to counter the strats that have never been seen before. And I think that's a really great strength coming into small tournaments like this, where teams tend
Mhm.
to throw strats that you've never ever seen before.
Yeah, but while the tournament is certainly small, the prize pool is still quite significant. So, just a reminder of what these teams are playing for. They are playing for 270 Malaysian ringgit to the winning team. It's a winner takes all style of tournament. And so, I think these two teams coming in here both have that desire to win. Both are out for blood, as you said. And it's gonna be an insane battle to see where all of this takes place and where we will end up at the end of this series. And so, if we are ready, production, we can go straight into the game right now. So we go into agent select for map one of Haven. It's gonna be a long night, ladies and gentlemen, but we hope you'll be here with us all the way and instantly too soon with the neon being covered, being locked in actually for the side of ZST.
Yeah, an instant Neon pick. Not something we see often, but given how strong Neon is in the meta right now, we've seen a lot of comps sort of develop around the Neon, right? You no longer see the Jet on Haven anymore. It's just usually two Neons playing Overwatch, just running at each other, seeing who kills who first. And if there's any if there are any viewers who don't understand why Neon is so strong, the main thing that you have to understand what makes Neon so strong is the fact that you have full gun accuracy during your slide ability, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it just creates a lot of, I would say, unfair gunfights, things that you can't really do anything about. But it also kind of depends on the Neon player being very, very good. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Yeah, it's not fair for the players, but if you're a viewer, you are gonna have so much fun watching it. But over on the side of TPT, though, we
We're
look
seeing a
at
switch. We're
a
seeing a
bit,
change.
yeah,
Instead of the cipher, we are pulling out the Vice now
device.
locked in for the side of Noya side. It's gonna be very interesting. Not the style of gameplay that we seen from him yesterday. He seemed to be more of the lurking sentinel yesterday, but coming into today's grand finals, it seems like he wants to play a bit more aggressive. He wants to maybe support his team a bit more, and he wants to go for those anchor roles as much as possible. So it's gonna be really exciting to see how this all plays out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming into map one of a possible five map series. So I hope everyone is so excited to watch this play out. Double duelist comp with a clove coming out from ZST. We see very different archetypes from both sides here.
Oh, definitely. Just a thing to remind all viewers as well, we are playing on the new patch. So if you have been watching any official Valorant tournaments recently and haven't seen Phoenix being picked or the Regen Shield being got, that's because they're on the old patch. We are playing on the live patch right now. So that new buff with the flash and the curveball needs to be taken into account, right? That is so hard to dodge. And I feel like Phoenix could be like a good replacement for TPT, right? Who was previously used for his flashes on Haven as well. So with the Phoenix buff coming here, I think a lot of times we might be seeing Phoenix getting picked up a lot.
Yeah, I do think that Phoenix is going to be a major factor in how either team wants to play this out. The round is gonna get started here as TPT on the attack storms down A main pretty much instantly. Vice Arcos is gonna give them all the space they need to come on decisive, but he was able to first to actually find the kill with Trifecta supporting. It's gonna be an absolute disruption of the attack on this A long.
Yeah, a little bit irresponsible by Noyasan, I would say. Like flashing yourself through that smoke and just walking out dry afterwards. It's a little bit dangerous, right? It's a bit of a gamble, and of course, too soon will be good for that kill. But now it's back to a little bit of a default with three members left of TPT trying to make the pistol round work, but there's just too many forces of ZST right now alive.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at all these players here, TPT seem a bit lost. The Cypher Camp is going to be holding majority of this C-long space with the tripwire in garage. So nothing is going to be quite a surprise for Zios here on the side of ZST. Yakamura
30
is now going to
seconds
spot
left.
the Omen and probably he's going to hear all that sonic information from the Cyber Cage. But right now, still somehow manages to find a kill onto the Clove. Now, smokes are still going to be active for the side of ZST on this retake, but it's a matter of what more can these
Last
players
player
find. Now,
standing.
3v2 turns 3v1 now as Breezy closes it out. A very calm and controlled first round for the side of ZST.
Yeah, not much action going on. You know, a little bit messy at the start of the round to have two of the players die early towards A. It's good that they recognized C was pretty open, right? But was it really open? You have a Cypher cam towards the back of site to kind of just give you information on whether they are on site or not. And yeah, the numbers advantage just too great for TPT to deal with, and of course, yeah, ZST closed out that round all the time. So now coming into the anti-eco for ZST, you will have a better buy. We can see an Ares, a Guardian. The rest of them will go on Spectres against three Sheriffs actually on the side of TPT, especially, like I said before, in the hands of Noyasan. This player can just do so much with that Sheriff, and let's see if those three Sheriffs can take a few heads off and turn this round on its head.
Yeah, Arcos into Garage is gonna give Chamso all the information that he needs to walk his way into Garage. But the thing is, look at where Zach ST is playing. The Neon taking early information out on A Long, giving her the information the Jet is indeed there, but the attack wants to go towards the B side. And Zagasi are happy to play this out, right? Zagasi are happy to just stand behind the dark cover and absolutely destroy every single player that walks through that smoke. Once again, 3v5 now turn a 4v3 for this defense side.
Yeah, a couple members of TPT will keep it low. Curveball comes through, catches on you. Crazy Keg instantly taken down just like that. Noyasan unable to get the trade from this position. Oh, but walks into the flank of too soon. Just keeps running down. Chancel managed to pick up a second. Can you get the third? No, you can't. Trifecta will be right there. Closes off that round. And yeah, good try, I would say, from TPT on that eco round.
Yeah, I mean, DPT really well done there. Uh, got some damage, I believe, on their eco round, but looking into this, their first buy round of the half coming into this series, the first buy round of the series, full Vandals on the side. Now, with the Phantom buffs coming in, the Vandal isn't looking like a very attractive option, especially in the current meta with the amount of smokes that people are running, but still, 5 Vandals across the board. The Guardian on all the side of the defense being the only viable opportunity for a long range strike for any of Zach as players on side. Probably a third coming in as well. And A seems to be the idea that want to try to go for one trades. Crazy that he finds the other as well. And right off the bat, as the spike gets planted, it's a 3v4 retake that has to be contested.
Yeah, the retake must come in about now, but those
No.
thorns on the ground so impactful, right now. You'll pick up that trade instantly. Does have the rolling thunder in your bucket. Don't think you would look to invest that on round 3 against a weaker buy. And with the smoke, will finally drop down the rules. Another recon will come in. Maybe can get a few spams through the smoke. Instantly destroyed. No info given. The hold on CT is good. Never mind. Breezy with that Guardian does trade one back, but two more members remaining. Taking down, and right now will be right there closing it out with a 3K. Solid round and solid hold on side.
Yeah, and I mean that's the one thing that Vice kind of gives you that the Cypher really can't. The amount of stall that comes out from Vice's thorns as she puts them down in those chokes is kind of insane for the attack because she gets so much stall when they eventually do make their way onto site.
Yeah, the defenders just don't get a chance. You don't want to risk yourself walking through those spawns on the ground. You get slowed, and with your boots, you take damage, right? And they last for such a long time. I do think it's a bit of an unfair ability to have on an agent like Riot. But hey, it's Riot. They get to do whatever they want. Aftershock not gonna pick up anything as TPT still looks set to use this Rolling Thunder, I guess, to instantly push onto a 4-man stack on C. This Rolling Thunder can get so much value. Owl Drone comes on to try to scout the corner. Too soon gets one kill in mid, and here comes the Rolling Thunder. Here comes the execute.
It's gonna be a fast flood that the defense are choosing to go for unless Crazy Teddy has something to say about it. Takes up the hit off that clove, takes the body of Breezy as well, and the paranoia is gonna stall this out so well. Full side control, completely retained from the attack as everything the defense tries to go for is nullified unless Too Soon can do something about it. Guys taken down is just Zios left on Garage, and that will be a second round claimed by Crazy Teddy. Once again, this Jet, we know what this Rad can do coming in from yesterday, and he's showing that every single round here.
Yeah, all 5 players from TPT TPT are capable of having those hero rounds, and that one was Crazy Teddy's round. That 4K, so impactful to save your keys. But too soon, I have to say, he did really well as well. On that Neon flank, a lot of players don't expect the pace on that Neon, right? That sprint speed is really insane. Having you just run around a big map like Haven, it catches you off your timings. But now, ZST will be forced down to a bit of a save. A Bucky in the hands of Red on Clove instead of in the hands of Too Soon on the Neon. Bit of an interesting choice, I would say. But now Crazy Teddy with the Bladestorm will be trying to get a few picks here to open up the round for TPT, but nothing right now, given over by ZST.
Yeah, I mean, the Neon probably going to pop that overdrive coming into this round. Now, the orb will be taken for the breach as the attack chooses to slow it down a bit, but eventually, this execute looks very, very likely to happen. Probably now catalyzed by the paranoia. Now, execute going in. Now, first kill found by Ray, but Crazy Teddy trades it out. The overdrive, what can it find? It finds the first, cannot find the second, but the overdrive is still active. Too soon on the Neon. It's gonna find her second kill. Can she find the third? In backside, the Christ, Jenna Crazy Teddy, but it's Chamso that trades it out. It's Chamso that gets another onto Breezy as well. He gets a third, and it's just Zios left on the flank. Do they expect this Cypher in this position? Do they realize that their flank is completely open? They're planting for backside. This plant is secure, and the recon that will review all of it as Chamso claims his fourth victim and finds TPT their third. Heroics coming up from either side.
Yeah, I was a bit confused seeing Chen Soul in that position. I'm actually not sure how he even got.
Yeah, I did not notice that he was even there.
Yeah, I was too focused on that Neon, just running around with that overdrive. It's really fun to watch. Unfortunately, unable to convert the kills that were needed on site. But now, they will have more money to buy up rifles, but the economy situation for TPT, though, it's not looking too solid. We have one member right now. Never mind, we'll invest over into a Vandal now. I will have to say Noya-san with two orbs off his ult, but never mind. Yes, 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 yes. Instantly takes the head off too soon, who was a little bit too eager on that peak, and the execute over to A will come instantly. Cypher trips, will get noticed and instantly destroyed. Zios tries to go off for a pick, but nothing. Comes in and a squeeze. Yes, 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 yes. Good for those. Weezy managed to find one, but Cancel just then clean it right up. And now we have left in a 1v4 for Red to try and clean it out.
Oh,
Right now,
dink onto the head of the enemy there, but it doesn't matter because the kills eventually will still get found. Now, that wasn't that big of a buy, and neither is this for the side of ZST. So even with the failure of the dark cover in heaven not fully covering the heaven angle, a bit of a misplay there, it still didn't really have that big of an impact. But now we will see two rifles coming out. No, that might make it one rifle coming out for the side of ZST. Never mind, they're just playing with me. There's two rifles back again with a Guardian and a Judge on Red. Red seems to be a player that really loves going on that shotgun. Arcos once again clears the entirety of Garage. This is a weak point that TPT have realized they can continuously exploit. As the spike goes down on C, Noya-san finds his love kill on Too Soon as well.
come out, not able to get any sort of value, but Trifecta jumps through window, unable to get the kills. Zios trades one back, but at the end of the day, it's still numbers advantage going over to TPT. Another lurk through mid-red. You can't take the fight with the judge in this race right now.
No.
Zios still there for the trade, but Crazy Teddy instantly responds, and now it's left to Breezy with the second hero rifle. Swings out the smoke, and doesn't get the kill as well.
Yeah, I mean, Crazy Teddy once again showing how sharp he is, and 5-2 now for TPT. Very similar to what we saw yesterday against Ivy. This team thrives in a good attack side on Haven.
Yeah, TPT's attack on Haven is really strong, and I think Zagas needs a bit of a different response, right? You have that Cypher, which gives you the ability to hold down multiple parts of the map, right? But we're not exactly using it to our advantage. We're still leaving spots open in the map for TPT to sort of exploit. Fault Line comes in, catches on the stun. Never mind, I didn't catch anything actually. Almost destroyed, but they're just bidding their time.
Yeah, I mean,
The Rolling Thunder actually catches onto Crazy Teddy, but the rest of the members go before
oh
Thunder.
no!
Still good, but the kills come through instantly. This Thunder Fury is so devastating. It's catching onto everybody right
One
now,
enemy
and
remaining.
everyone on the site is just being destroyed right now. Once again, his second 3K.
Yeah, I mean, one of the key themes that TPT have going on is always a lurker, where whether it's Noya-san on the Vice lurking on the A side to catch any potential flanks, or just yes in the previous round lurking late into Garage to catch out Red completely unaware while he was still in his smoking animation. TPT loves to have that late look, and it's something that ZST have to take note of, have to clear out mid round in order to confidently go for the retakes that they desperately want to go for. And look at this once again, aggression going into mid. They've realized that they can exploit this Garacho because it's not very strong. And one Sova drone and 4 people going in will do the job. Zayas is a challenge in front of him. He finds 2 on the initial challenge, and that is enough to push every single member of TPT out of Garage and elsewhere on the map.
Yeah, but ZST has also instantly responded to this with a 3-man rotate over to C. But now Geodev will reveal the rest of
Oh,
the positions. Oh, here comes that Vice ultimate. Noya-san with that op. We've mentioned this before. Can be so devastating. Zios, do you go for this swing? Surely not. Oh my
oh,
god, Noya-san misses the shot. Oh, this is getting so dangerous. You have to fall back here. Yep, and they do. However, right now, do you know the position of Trifecta? No, you don't. That curveball was so
Down
good, like you
A.
mentioned before. That curveball,
that
so hard
is
to dodge.
that is that is an impact kill. The spike has
Yeah,
now been dropped. The spike has now been isolated completely. Noya-san can't really do much with the operator, trying to throw his flash,
30
going
seconds
for
left.
a simple as play. But the only thing this has done is alert too soon to his exact position, and he's not gonna hit the shot. 3 players coming all around him, and his life is gonna fall. The operator is going to fall, and this might be Zach ST showing signs of life in this half.
yeah. All it took was a bit of a hero play from Zios holding down that C side. You know,
Yeah.
Cypher to his advantage, right? The Guardian, don't underestimate it. A bit of a lucky kill as well. A couple of buggies, but at the end of the day, once you get the numbers advantage against the Cypher, when you have the numbers disadvantage, should I say, it becomes so hard to attack the site because you just don't have info on where people are, and you see that with Right Nut getting caught out by Trifecta. But now, I think we are still trying to look to contest this garage space, although there is a Cypher Trapwire in garage now.
It looks to be some form of a sea fake. Zaya says, thank you, I'll accept this challenge. Trip gets broken and he gets taken down. And what was probably meant to be a fake instantly transitions into a full execute. But can Noya-san find value on this look? He cannot. It gets taken out by Red. But Champ Soul is the one that just pushes through the entirety of CT and finds his kill, trying to find a stud. He gets it. And once again, a insane round for the Sova to get his team onto his 7th round.
Yeah, that aggression was so good, you know. Zios, I feel like it was a bit of a mistake to try to fight the side after you've lost all your utility and you don't have
Yeah,
priority position on backside, right? You have a numbers disadvantage on side. You don't have fast reinforcement because your teammates are all so worried about that flank from Noya-san. You know, even though Noya-san didn't exactly get a kill there, his mere presence was able to draw like a few members to check the flanks.
yeah. That was probably not the best play considering he saw 3 people with his initial camera into C-Lone. So committing there probably not the smartest player in the world. But then again, mistakes happen. We're all human. And coming
Definitely.
into this next round, once again, we're going for a slower form of default. But the spike does eventually seem like it wants to lean towards the B side. The lurker has now changed. It's now Chamso on the lurk instead of the Vice, instead of the Omen of yes. The Dark Covers are going to come in as the execute likely will begin in these next few seconds unless the team decides to completely cancel this. Look at where Chamso is. This kill might be the most impactful kill, but Noya-san finds the initial with the help of Chamso in mid on that lurker. So he
Red,
gets taken down by
red.
Zios, but the map control has been completely ripped open. But Red's position here could be one that is potentially game winning. Could be one that could potentially turn the tides of this round. He has hurt every single player through this C long spell. He's biding his time, waiting for that perfect opportunity. But the time might have been too late. Or is it he finds the collab? He cannot find the third. And it left into a 1v1 instant Phoenix here from the Hot Hands that will give him the health he needs to take this fight. But right now finds the headshot on the trifecta. And that will be an 8th round for the side of TPT.
Oh, that was such a mistake from Red. You know, you had such a good flank, but you end up smoking yourself off from long. So your teammates, even though his teammates were there to wait for him, Red wasn't able to get the kills because he smoked himself off. That was such a mistake, such an opportunity wasted. And in games like this, you can't afford to make those. But if you look at the ultimates right now, Tutu once again with that overdrive, right? Ready to use just in case a fast hit comes around. Rolling Thunder once again in the hands of Right Nut as well. Might look to use that for the last round for the execute trifecta. In this G corner, wonder if he will get cleared out. Teddy will be looking at it over the fight. Long reinforcements are here. Curveball will blind it out, but no kills coming out.
Oh no!
Instant overdrive, not fighting any trifecta, still alive in this corner. How are you alive?
Yeah, Trifecta finally has to realize the execute will find its way into this. Zyros trying his best to make a difference in this round. Sheriff finds a second onto that default player. That can this man find a third? He spots someone reloading and it is down into a 2v2 that has to be won by the defenders here. Right, that gets taken down to low. It is just Zyros, but both players are within the range of his Sheriff. The spike will get planted and suddenly time pressure is on Zyros. He jumps down, he takes the fight, but it doesn't work out as Right that wins the 1v1 once again and brings his team 9-3 on the attack with this composition. Now, ZST have to contend with dealing with the Vice on defense, which is a different beast, Liquid.
Yeah, it's so similar to that Haitian game we watched yesterday against Ivy, right? TPT looking so strong on that attack side, and this time they're doing it with a single duelist. If you throw it back to yesterday, they were playing the Jet
double duelist,
right? Double duelist, which ironically now ZST has that on the attack side. So we'll see if the attack side will prove to be more effective for ZST with that Phoenix Neon, which could be a quite interesting combo, right? You send that fast link down, you send a curveball right through it with a Neon slide. That can be so devastating, you know, but doesn't look to have the
oh no,
Gem Soul instantly on that off angle.
Yeah, Chamso ready for that peak, instantly takes the hit of too soon off, and that's all the synergy that you discussed completely removed from the round there. Breezy trying his best to find something. Now Trifecta is once again another victim of this Sheriff. And Breezy is trying his best to find information to probably find a trade back, but the defense is not giving him the space that he would like. Crazy Teddy has the end of this smoke hazard, so he gets spotted by Red, takes the fight, actually loses it out. Not a thing we see a lot from this man, but still 3v4 for the attack.
Yeah, when your team revolves around players taking their duels, of course, at some point they've got to whiff a few shots. You know, not everyone's perfect. Unless you're like unless you're champs on that Sheriff, which is absolutely disgusting. But Spike will slowly sit on this B side. Paranoia responds.
Oh, what a paranoia!
Pick up a kill. Yeah, that paranoia was so good, but it doesn't result to anything. Congar will come in. Noya with the swing instantly traded. The fight still going on, and it's left in a 1v3 for Breezy to deal with. Shock darts. Will you get the kill? Oh, you timed yourself too.
Oh.
And Soul picks up that third kill.
And I mean, the B side was always going to be a difficult site for the attack to hold in the post spawn, right? Especially with the man disadvantage. The amount of angles that the defense can come to you on the retake is simply a bit too much for 3 players to be able to manage, especially with the utility that I think TPT were ready with. The instant paranoia, the instant dark cover to try and close the space for themselves and trade out mathematically gives them the right round. But coming into this round, once again, bonus round. Sorry, not bonus round. Sorry, an anti-equal, but a force coming out for the side of ZST. Quinn said he spots two jumping across. He spots the third as well on that side peak. And it's too soon. It is gonna find this first kill, but not before Crazy Teddy finds the initial. Noya-san now challenged on the side, does find his one as well. But look at the amount of delay that this Vice is creating. Zyos on the Spectre is trying his best to find something for his team, but Chamso once again on the Sheriff. This man is so good on the Sheriff. It's just Zyos left, and the Sheriff of Right now will close that round out at 11-3 game now for the side of TPT.
Wow, that was such a good round from ZST to open with, right? Although the Vice did set up too much, I think it was a bit of a mistake. You do have that jet on A long with the Outlaw, so I feel like you should be investing more util towards A short to try and stop the push. And we saw that from ZST, right? Using the Neon's pace instantly, running up short and going behind of Crazy Teddy, and one pump of that Bucky is enough at close range. But still, the retake was just even better, right? The flashes were so good. Aftershocks pushed people off their position, and they retained both of the outlaws, which would be so devastating against two regen shields and one light shield. That's two
Oh,
right there.
yeah, it's three players that can be instantly one-shot by the Outlaw, and they're gonna hear all this sound coming into A shot. Instant thorns in short to prevent attackers from running through instantly. It's gonna buy time for the rotates, but it's still five players that are rushing through this smoke. Too soon finds the initial. Does he know the player in heaven? Yes, the player in heaven will now be recognized. The aftershock light to clear out some space on the retake, but it's still a 4v5 retake. Making a 4v4 now from that shot by Crazy. The Outlaw is still finding value. Too soon slides out, finds right nut on that slide with the Bucky, but gets instantly traded out. Now Chamso with the Vandal. What can this man find? Nothing, but the flank is coming in as well, and it's just the person on default left, and he gets blinded and taken down by yes with the ghost.
Yeah, the bit of a messy post plot actually from ZST. Of course, the push
Yeah.
was so good. We've seen that Neon with the Bucky, and now he's just in full force, sliding up to you. Boom, one kill. Another slide, boom, another kill. Right, it's just so devastating with that Bucky. But of course, the gun disadvantage does affect it somewhat in the post one, and the util once again so good with yes on that flank timing as well. Good for him to recognize that he needs to go for that opportunity once the Cypher goes down.
I mean, match point now for the side of TPT. This might be a fast map one, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this instant aggression into Silong here. Operator from right that on the breach does not find the kill, but gets all the information that he needs about where this push may want to lean. But Chamso a bit dangerous on the peak, still finds a kill, however. And Crazy Teddy once again with the Outlaw is going to disrupt this attack so much, Nico.
Yeah, it's so aggressive from TPT, but have they overstepped? The Hunter's Fury will come out without any info. Bit of an interesting choice. Plotline not catching onto anything either, and now is back to a little bit of a stalemate, right? You don't have much util left on the side of ZST. Another smoke from this cloak will come up in about 10 seconds for them to use.
Yeah, I mean, the utility is a bit messy, but what's clear is the man advantage that TPT have managed to establish coming into 40 seconds left in the round. Keep your eyes on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. The spike is going to have to rotate to somewhere, but the main thing here is that ZST need to find a pick, and it needs to come within these few seconds. Noya-san's kill onto Cypher here could seal the round if it happens. Oh no, Noya-san, he's going to even bait it out. No, you can't do this. The knife kill is gonna secure it, and that's the spike. The not dead yet will come out, but what does this even matter right now? 13 seconds for the spike to be pumped. There's still one more inside that hasn't been cleared, and the operator and the Vandal will close the game out for the side of TPT, and it's an early map one win for the defense.
Yep. Once again, we saw how dominant TPT have been on this map, and it shows, right? To leave it open for your first map, instantly 1-0. The instant advantage in this series going over to TPT. That was very well played. Most of it was just duels, right? People taking their ones and winning it out on the side of TPT. If if ZST wants to fire back, I feel like their mechanics need to be a lot more on point, and they have to be daring to take on those 1v1s against TPT.
Yeah. And I do think that the key here that ZST coming into this map 2, what they need to find is an answer on their defense side. They need, like, the first two rounds on the pistol were great, right? And I was looking at that, I was sitting there, I was thinking like, yeah, this is a great adaptation against this vice comp. You limit their map control, you fight hard for spaces like mid, for spaces like garage, and then you make sure that they can never be comfortable entering a site. But for some reason, I think that they kind of diverge from that initial plan, and yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I think that it ended the way it did. I do think that it had the potential to be a lot closer.
Yeah, I feel like over time they did resolve to start playing for retake because they just decided the executes from TPT were too strong, right? But on the setup
Hmm.
for the retake, you just get caught out way too much. So the force for that retake from ZST is just not enough, to deal with the post plants.
Yeah. But before that, before we head into map 2, before we head into more action, we will have a short 10-minute break, and we'll see all of you after that break. Thank you so much.